Hello everyone, my name is The Ultimate Spy, and welcome to another episode of Reviewed number 179. And today, I'm going to be reviewing the movie G-Force. So what did I think of G-Force? Well, I liked it. I didn't love it. I just thought it was fun, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people didn't like it when it first came out. I mean, it's like one of those Disney movies that not everyone's gonna like, and it got like 22%. Ugh, horrible. Not that it was a bad film. It was not a bad film. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Disney film of all time, especially like a Disney live-action hybrid film. I will say that it wasn't a horrible film. It wasn't. It doesn't deserve a 22%. That's just like crazy. But I really didn't have anything against it. Really, I didn't hate it. I didn't think it was that bad, honestly. But there were a few things that I liked about it that I really did think that were a fun aspect of it, like the transport tubes. That was cool. You know, like the whole I guess base that they were in, like the lab that they were in. That was a really cool idea. I like that a lot. It was a really neat idea. You know that back to when the feds show up, they have to get in the little tubes and they soar off. That was a really cool idea. I liked that a lot. That was neat. I liked it. That was a really cool thing that they had there. Then the voice acting was actually really good. I thought the voice acting was superb. It had Sam Rockwell, Jon Favreau, Penelope Cruz, who I've only seen in like one thing. That's like Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides. That was the only thing I've seen her in. She voiced Juarez, which is basically a Spanish guinea pig on the team. And then Tracy Morgan, I've only seen him in like one thing. I recognize his voice, but I don't really know him a lot. I've seen like him in like one movie. That was like, I think it was like Superhero movie where he played a parody of Professor X, but it was like a black Professor X. That movie was, ugh. The movie wasn't terrible, but it was just not good. I have an episode review where I did a movie review. I didn't think that movie was awful, but it wasn't good. There was also Steve Buscemi, who played Bucky, who is basically the ferret mouse thing in the cage, and yeah, he's just like a really high energetic that type of character, and he's just really fun. I guess he's kind of like, he keeps to himself most of the time, but yeah, he's really fun. Honestly, great voice acting for the main four. And then there also the live action actors, which are Zach Galifianakis, who I don't really know. I don't think I've seen him in like anything really. I mean, I bet there's something. I wouldn't recognize him if I wouldn't have seen him before. But he plays Ben, who basically is the guy who like, he's like the main character, the boss of the G-Force team. Like he makes it happen. I don't know. He's like he's like the human leader of the team. And there's also Will Arnett, who plays the lead FBI agent, and he is obviously a pretty well known actor. He voiced Batman. He played a character in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, which were unfortunately not well received, just like this movie. And also Bill Nye. I feel like Bill Nye is always one of those actors who pops up in these movies where he's like the CEO of something, because in the Pokemon movie he was the CEO of the big company in that movie. So it's like everywhere like that. But one thing I liked about Hurley, he's played by Jon Favreau, and if you look at them side by side between Darwin, the main character voiced by Sam Rockwell, and Hurley, who's obviously voiced by Jon Favreau, if you think about it in terms of Pokemon, you kind of feel like Hurley is like the evolved form of Darwin. Maybe that's just me, but it just looks kind of like that would be true. Like they would totally, he looks like he came from Darwin. I mean, obviously, like Hurley's convinced that he came from the same like birthplace, like they were separated at birth, that kind of thing. It's like the same birthmark kind of thing. But I don't know. It's really weird. But one thing about that casting and that duo is that Sam Rockwell and Jon Favreau were also working on Iron Man 2 at the time this movie released. I don't know when it came out exactly, but I know it came out in 2009, which is the year that Iron Man 2 was in production. Like, it was filming then. And obviously Sam Rockwell is known for Justin Hammer, and Jon Favreau is known for Happy Hogan. So they were working on Iron Man 2 together. Obviously, they also were in this film. It's kind of, it's really cool that able to work on things together, even though Justin Hammer is kind of like a side villain in Iron Man 2. In this movie, he's just like the main character. It's cool. You know, it's really cool. I like that a lot. I also like the mice. The mice are really cute, and I feel like the mice are there to like to bring, I guess, comedy. I don't know. The mice are like the real these mice. They're really high pitched and they're like in the cage, and at the end of the film, they don't really come on the team. They just kind of like get adopted for reasons unknown. I think it's just because they're cute mice. But they have these really high pitched voices. They're just so cute. I just love them. They're really fun. And in the pet shop scene, there's this boy. There's also a girl, but a boy who he's just so mean. Like he is the jerk. He thinks it's funny to throw a Hurley with a snake because he thinks the snake's gonna eat him. But yeah, it backfires obviously. But he attempts to do that. He attempts to throw Hurley with a snake, try to make him eat it. It's like, what the hell? I don't know. I guess the boy's just mean like that. I don't know. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna do this horrible thing. Who cares, you know? Obviously, the little girl was like all that, you know, giving a makeover to Juarez. Very strange, very silly. And also the scene where Mr. Saber is video chatting with Mr. Yanshu, who's unfortunately not able to actually video chat. It was actually because he wanted to keep his identity secret. But basically, it turns out he's actually Speckles. Speckles is the one who gets seemingly crushed in the garbage truck after he dies. So he fakes his own death. He's also the one voiced by Nicolas Cage. It's a little hard to tell if it's Nicolas Cage. Apparently, it was just because Nicolas Cage was doing a different like voice. It was obviously his voice, but it was like high pitched and I don't know, different. It's really, you had to like really, really concentrate on his voice and really pinpoint it. It is him. It's just like a different. I think he's just like he's doing actual voice acting. Like he's changing his voice to make him sound different. It's obviously the same actor, but basically Speckles as the guy who is basically the villain of the movie. He's a Mr. Yanshu, and obviously Yanshu is a Latin, I think it was, for mole or whatever like that, which is crazy. But yeah, that like it turns out he's the mastermind behind it all because it's his home got destroyed by humans, so he wants to take revenge on everything, and then it turns out it's not right. So he realizes what's a horrible thing he did. So yeah, there you go. Because it turns out that moment, like, it's totally him being, controlling everything. Basically wanting to take over the world kind of thing. Well, not really, but kind of, sort of. Another thing that was really cool was the fact that the coffee machine, like all other appliances, because they all come to life and they all transform. The coffee maker, designed by Saberlink, basically it transforms into this Terminator Transformer combo thing. Like it's this thing that attacks Darwin and Hurley, and it's just like it's basically a Transformer. It's like a combination of the two. It's like Terminator attacking everything, and then obviously the Transformer because it transforms. So that's a thing, because everything goes crazy like that. But one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie was definitely the chase scene between the feds and the RDV, which is like this vehicle sphere thing that that basically they ride because they don't have their gear, so they ride it and they basically are being chased by the feds who are after them because they want to turn them into guinea pigs. And so there's this whole chase scene. It's actually pretty fun to watch. But at the end of the chase scene, fireworks go off, which is actually pretty amazing. Because they drive through a fireworks place, and everything goes off because that's the way it is when you're fireworks. Everything goes off, and it's just like it's a pretty cool scene. I liked it a lot. That was really cool. Just seeing everything just explode. That was really fun. But last but not least, there was this kind of, I guess, love triangle. I don't really know if you'd call it that. It's just kind of a silly thing. Basically, there's just sort of love triangle thing. I don't know if you call it that, between Darwin, Juarez, and Blaster. Like, it's confusing. I don't even know why they had it in there. It was basically a pointless to him. It's like Juarez is not interested, but she's interested at the same time. She's not being interested in Blaster by not being interested in Darwin. I don't really know. It's weird. It's just the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, that was a pointless love triangle, or even if you call it that. But still, I liked it a lot. It was really cool, and Hurlo joins the team, which is really cool. And overall, it's an okay movie. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but it was just like a off a movie. Disney's known for making their I guess hybrid films where it's a live action and computer animation. Cause that's the way to do it. But yeah, great voice acting. Casting in general was really good. The animation for the guinea pigs was really good because they're all CGI. Yeah, I really had no problem with it. It was just like a really fun movie. It just not my favorite because honestly some people didn't like it at all. But I got an opinion. I don't really have anything else to say about it. Just like it's just I liked it. It's fun. I like the assistant that Ben works who's this very pretty girl who basically just like they don't really have any. They didn't really have anything going on with. They're just partners. They're just kind of like they work together. That nothing special. So that's all. That's something to really talk about. But still, I liked it. I enjoyed it, and it was really fun. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about G-Force. Had some good actors in it. I'm gonna leave this movie with a 7 out of 10. Just because it wasn't perfect, you know. Just because it wasn't perfect, and I didn't love it, but at the same time, it was enjoyable. So, I mean, I really have nothing against it. I just, you know, it wasn't a movie that I would, you know, watch all the time. I just, you know, watched it. Yeah, cool movie. You know, had some good moments in it, but nothing really crazy. Nothing big. I don't think it was successful enough because it got terrible reviews. But you know, whatever. You know, it's just a really fun movie, really cute movie, and I liked it a lot because it, you know, had talking guinea pig. That's me. I guess that's a win right there. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Reviewed. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And if you aren't into this channel, subscribe for more episodes of this series and of the series that I do as well as other great content. Also make sure you got a bell to enable alerts and I'll be back. Great.